All right, my bad, buddy. Let's talk about the Lions and the Baltimore Ravens this Sunday. I believe Baltimore is favorite, as they should be favored in this game. They at home. Um, Usually the home team get the three ball. They get the 3 points. So they favored by three. Over and under is 42. Um, let's talk about the injury report first. So we won't know really much until like right before the game. We know Sam Laporta was struggling last week with a calf injury. Um, you know, there seems to be some optimism about Jameer Gibbs. He's not even on the injury report. So James Mitchell's questionable, Jalen Jackson's questionable, Brian Branch is questionable. David Montgomery is probably gonna be out a few more games. So Jameer Gibbs seems like he ready to rock and roll, barring any setbacks. So that's good to hear. David Montgomery, it might be a slight chance that he play. Um, so Brian Branch seemed to be on track to play. So Jonah Jackson hopefully on track to play. One of the issues there with him is like, they started some another dude at left guard and moved Graham to the right guard. And I want to point something out that I didn't get a chance to point out after the game. On that play to jump on Jamie, that throw to Jamison Williams versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Um, One thing that I probably didn't notice was Graham Glasgow made that play happen. Graham Glasgow picked up a blitz, blocked this guy, then was able to pick up a blitz. So he blocked two guys on that play. That's what allowed Jared Goff to get that pass off. Watch that play again. Watch the right guard. He makes that happen. Then on the Baltimore side of things, Kayvon Seymour, cornerback, Brent Urban, defensive end, Marcus Williams, safety, used to play for the Saints. Some Lions fans wanted him with the Lions. All questionable. Non-football injury list is linebacker Tyrus Bowers. Odef Owe is questionable. He's a linebacker. So all their injuries come on the defensive side of things. Um, Baltimore is giving up 350 is getting 353 yards a game, 393.8 yards for the Lions. Um, we averaging about 61 more passing yards. They're averaging 20 more rush yards right now. And that's what they do. Um, Yards allowed, we allow more yards than them by 12. A little bit more than 12, I believe it is. Passing yards allows 242. There's 197. But we doing a good job in the rushing game, 64.7. Theirs is 97.7. So, they played King Henry. Pittsburgh, they lost. They beat Cleveland. They was starting the UCLA quarterback from last year. They lost to Indianapolis in overtime, and they beat Cincinnati. So, out of all the teams that actually played, ain't none of them any good. I hate to say it. The Bengals they finally getting on track, but but they only beat them by three, and that was a horrible game. Indianapolis, it was what it was. They lost to them. Cleveland got the best defense in football, so I will say that. But they went up against a backup quarterback. They lost to Pittsburgh. They ain't really good this year. They're not bad. And Tennessee is, they beat them overseas, and Ryan Tannehill got knocked out. So, not saying they're a good football team. It's one of the best organizations. They 4-2, 1-1 at the crib. We 3-0 at the crib. ESPN Power Index give us 45.7% chance to win. Give them a 53.9% chance to win. Right now, Lamar is their leading rusher with 4 touchdowns. That was supposed to change. This year, he's 1,253 yards, 5 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. A lot was going on in the passing game as they dropping the football a lot. Zay Flowers is their leading receiver. I don't think that's a shocker. I probably would have thought it would have been Rashad Bateman, but he routinely injured. He got 367 yards, 1 TD. You already know what we about. Um, so yeah, people say, "Oh, you want Lamar?" I still would like Lamar. No offense to Jared Goff. I love what Jared Goff doing, but Lamar ain't playing bad, very accurate down the field. But right now, it's different. Lamar installing a new offense, new weapons, and Jared Goff is in the groove. So obviously, Jared Goff's the better quarterback. It was the right decision to make. Was to keep Goff. You know what I'm saying? He playing from the pocket. He doing some things the right way. Um, number one thing for the Lions defense, let's not mention. Well, let's talk about Baltimore. Number one thing for Baltimore to come in and do is defensively stop the Lions run, make them pass. Uh, that's the number one thing to do, man. They need to run the ball and stop the run. If they're able to run the ball and stop the run, then I think for them, then it sets up the passing game. They got some explosive pass catchers and Zay Flowers, Odell ain't Odell. It's gonna take some time. Take a year off injury. That ain't gonna be easy. We all know that. Um, I'm not sure Rashad Bateman. Me, he looked to have some promise, but right now it ain't in the works right now for dog. But looking at Baltimore, give me 1 minute. They're the number one fantasy football team against the pass, against the quarterback. So they're limiting just a fantasy note. They're limiting fantasy quarterbacks to their lowest point total. Defensively, they rank second in the National Football League, second against the pass, and 10th against the rush. So kind of put it in perspective. But then again, I also told you, they played the 23rd. Hold on. So they what? 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So yeah, and they also beat Houston week one barely. But they played the 23rd ranked defense, 24th ranked defense, 26th ranked defense. They played number one in Cleveland, but we know what happened with the quarterback. You know, they played the 30th ranked defense in Pittsburgh and the 18th ranked defense in Tennessee. So, and when you talk about offensively, if you want to know that, offensively, they played well. Houston was the ninth ranked offense. Cincinnati's the 32nd ranked offense. Tennessee is the 10th. Cleveland was the 19th, but we got to remember they had a backup quarterback. They played the 30th ranked offense in Pittsburgh and the 26th ranked offense in Tennessee. So that kind of puts something in perspective again for you. So, but for them, it's about stopping the run, running the ball, getting after passer. They playing really, really good football right now, man. So they beating teams, kind of lost to a team they shouldn't have, a couple teams they shouldn't have lost to, but they beating big good football team. So you gotta get it to them, and they're a first class organization. We always play them close, and they find a way to get by us every time. So for them, it's just running the ball, stopping the run, getting after the passer, making Jared Goff one dimensional, and I think that's the ticket for them. That's the ticket for them. So I think it's a tough game, man. A real tough game. But come Saturday, some up. So they play Saturday. It would have rained. But come Sunday, it'll be 16 mile hours of wind, no rain, 62, um, 62 two outside. So it'll be a beautiful day. I mean, it's gonna be 70 in Baltimore that Wednesday, so it's gonna heat up a little bit. It'll be damn near 70. It'll be 70 Thursday and damn near Wednesday this week. So they should be okay. A little bit of wind out there. Don't look like nothing too crazy. But yeah, the running game is gonna be still be key out there. Then for the Lions, man, it's just you know, um, you know, it's gonna be interesting. So, you know, um, but for the Lions, just run the ball. I think if you got Jameer Gibbs, I think it's time to, really, get Jameer Gibbs going in the running and the passing game. I think that's going to be imperative. Um, I think that's gonna have to be a must for them. Uh, um, so hopefully they figure that part out. But also just continue to, Baltimore ain't seen no offense this good yet, but we know what their defense is about. Um, we know they're a well coached organization, and just run the football, find ways, creative ways to confuse that offense, find creative ways. Um, to get plays going down the field. I think a lot more Jameson Williams is going to be needed in this game, and just take care of the football and see if you get a turnover or two. Lamar been fumbling. He threw some picks out there, try to make them one dimensional. And the one thing about underrated thing about this game is is when uh when Baltimore catches the football, you have to wrap up. Don't let these receivers get yak. Wrap up and tackle. Um, but defensively, just stopping the run, and make Lamar beat you. If you can get out to a lead on them, that'd be wonderful. That'd be wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. If you got in the lead and make Lamar have to throw and come back, that'd be the thing about it. But Baltimore is a good football team, regardless who they beat or they didn't beat. I think they'd be up for this football game. They're very confident coming into this game. I'm gonna say they're gonna go ahead and beat us. I'm gonna say they're gonna beat us on the Justin Tucker field goal. Um, I think it's going to be a 17-20 type of game. I think they beat us late on the field goal. I didn't expect the Lions to sweep this quarter. I felt like they should have swept the first quarter with Seattle, but that was unrealistic. So I'm gonna go ahead and pick Baltimore. I think they win by a field goal, man. I think it'll be a tough game. I won't be watching. I'll be gone OT. So I think it'll be a tough football game. But I just think they find a way to get on track. People overreact to the Lions losing. People overreact to Baltimore winning. Lions drop down people power rankings, But I just think going to Baltimore, I think they lose by 3. I think it'll be a very very close and competitive game. But I think Justin Tucker does it again to the Lions, and they lose by a field goal. So they're not gonna win every game. So uh, I surely hope that I'm wrong, um, but that's just my opinion on it. So yeah, let me know what you girls and guys think. Check out Detroit Lions prediction playlist. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notification. Increase your chance, get notifications. We go live or drop video. Hit the link tree. Find me on Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, the whole nine. Check out my new channel, Free Game 89. That link's in the link tree. Um, Check out my other channel, Goodfella TV. That link should be in the link tree as well too. Appreciate the love, support. Peace.